Today we're playing speed draw, except with every drawing we make, we have to use pastel colors. Our first theme of the day is bee, which you all know by now is one of my favorite insects. And if you're new here, I'm sure you can tell by my avatar and the background theme as well. Since we're using only pastel colors today in this video, I won't be using the iconic bright yellow and dark brown. Instead, I'll be layering up every single color. Think of it like watercolors. The more water you add, the less opaque the color gets. This is what I'll be doing, except replace the water with me adding in more white to the colors. And that's how we'll be getting the colors in this video, by sticking to the white in the middle of the color wheel. I'm going for a more chibi, simpler style for this drawing. But instead of my normal chibi drawings, I'm going to try to add more detailed background for my drawings in this video. Or at least for the first two rounds. I think I've been getting a bit tired from tryharding lately, so I think we might as well make some fun challenges and keep things simple when playing. I think our bee is looking absolutely adorable. Once I'm done drawing all the stars and sparkles around it, I'm going to finish making all the blue flowers on the ground. I'm making them blue to match the flowers holding, so it looks like he just scooped one down from the grass. Unfortunately, we did not win this first round, but we have 4 more to try and win to get on the podium. On to our second theme of the day, we got sunny day. My plan for this drawing is to make a sun in the corner, adding in layers of hills on the bottom of the picture, drawing a picnic, and adding in flowers and clouds to make the scenery. Honestly, I'm really enjoying drawing the hills and flowers on them, especially with how they look when you see them going further back, if you get what I mean. I think the flowers are really cute touches, and it'd be perfect for a sunny day. I like having to stick to pastel colors in this video. I feel like they make the drawings look much more connected and give them more emotion to it. Rather than just picking whatever color is most realistic, these come off so much more cohesive. I think the bee from our last drawing would fit perfectly into this one, but on a much smaller scale, or else we wouldn't be able to see our picnic. That bee was huge. It would have covered up the whole theme of this drawing. I thought it was cute how this picture and the one from last round look like they belong in the same piece. The round is almost finished, so let's add in our final touches and then head straight to voting. We got second place for our second round. Let's see what we get for our third. Our next theme of the day is monster. Since we're making a monster, we have to give it tons of weird features. I'm thinking we should start with an egg shape for the body, and then give it chubby legs and arms. We'll only draw one eye, and give some patches of fabric sewn onto its skin. Think of this more like a monster plushie. And we can't forget to give it some cute horns on its head too. Just because we got the theme monster doesn't mean it has to be drawn scary. I think we should give it a cute chibi approach since we're using pastels today. Now, I'm gonna be honest. When I was recording all these drawings for speed draw to make my video, I was not always using pastel colors for my line art. But I hope you guys can forgive that and you can totally disqualify any rounds with the dark line art. But back to our monster, which I think is turning out super adorable in this art style, and the color choice as well. You can hardly even call it a monster at this point. I'm going to add some details around the monster, such as swirls and stars to match the fabric pattern because I want to fill in some of this white space before our round ends. And for our third round, we got first place, which would be our first proper win of the day. Now for our fourth, we got the theme Best Portrait. For this round, we're going to be drawing my character, who has been through many different character designs on this channel. I'll show the main 3 on screen. Initially, I wanted her to have a lot more detail in her design, along with blonde strips in her hair. Then I changed her hair to be more purpley toned and played around for a color palette a little bit more. And finally, I settled on the one we have now, which is a very simplified version of my first design, except with an added bee hat. Although I don't use it, the first design is the one I see her in my head rather than the simplified one we use now. That design has a lot more sentimental value to me for some reason, and I just love it a lot more. I think it's because when I make my own original characters, I like making them detailed instead of simplified. And my current design is pretty simple in my opinion. Now, don't get me wrong, I love drawing my new version because it's so simple and it's so much easier to draw quicker when I want a new profile banner, for thumbnails, or even just to draw for fun. Unfortunately, we did not place on the podium this round, but we have one more round in the video to try and win. And that theme is unicorn. I'm gonna be honest, aside from when I was a kid, I never really liked horses or unicorns that much. And it wasn't until recent years when I learned what a Clyde was, which is probably my favorite horse and one of the few I actually like. I don't hate or dislike horses or anything though. I just never got into them. But for today's drawing, I'm going to be drawing a chibi type, stubby and short unicorn. The main color will be white, and of course the nose and hair will be pastel colors, as well as the horn. Right now, I'm coloring in the eye blue since I think that'd be the best choice to start off with. Blue goes with a lot of colors, which makes it easy to start off the canvas and build onto that. Now, of course, we're still using all pastels, so it won't turn out too bad if I mess up since the colors will be all coherent with each other. But it is a habit for me to start off with like one color, even if I have a plan in mind. I'm adding highlights through the hair to help give it more color to the piece. Since this drawing is looking pretty flat, it'll help a ton of making the unicorn look less bland before we go off for voting. Surprisingly, we got third place, which I wasn't expecting since this is one of my less effort drawings in Speed Draw. Thank you all so much for joining me today, and if anybody would like to, I made a group. Once again, thank you all so much for watching today's video.